EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martin here with your outlook for February 7th, 2019. For your Thursday, we're going to turn a little bit milder today, actually milder the next couple of days, straight through Friday until we have a cold front move through, and we'll knock down temperatures thereafter. But we are in between systems today. We had a system move through last night that brought us some rain showers, and then we'll have another round coming through, favoring our central and northern areas for more showers overnight. And then the cold front will move through Friday morning. So just remaining cloudy for most areas today and dry until later in the evening when we have those showers move back in. And you can see that here. It will continue into the overnight. And again, Friday morning, we're going to wrap this up as that cold front moves through the region. We're also going to get breezy behind this cold front as cold air advects into the region. And we're going to go have your 50s are going to occur very early on Friday before that front moves through. Once it moves through, you're going to notice it because the winds are going to pick up and it's going to get breezy. You have gusts that are 20 to 30, maybe even 35 miles per hour, and colder air will come in and the temperatures will drop during the afternoon. But you also see clouds giving way to sun during that process as it takes place here on Friday afternoon. Here's the NAM high-res future simulator radar, and starting this off at 5 p.m. on Thursday, you see some showers starting to work their way in to the region from the west, and this will continue to the east. Here is 6, here is 7. So you get some light showers at first, but here we'll have some embedded heavier showers move in as well. But that's going to be, again, favoring the central and northern areas. If you go south of the Mason-Dixon line, it's really not a whole lot. It's really up in these areas that are getting into the rain activity in the evening. So here's 8 p.m., 9, 10, 11. It's just some spotty drizzle and light showers. You have another wave coming through in the overnight. Here's midnight, 1 o'clock, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Some leftover showers in the morning on Friday. Here's 7. Here's 10, just so you can see where the front is now on a southwest to northeast line here, and is going to continue off the coast after this point. And you can see the 32-degree line is right here, starting to follow this out. So once we get in the afternoon, temperatures are certainly dropping pretty quickly. Not a flash freeze situation, but we will have temperatures, again, near 50 degrees, or maybe even the lower 50s, lower to middle 50s down here by Philadelphia. And that will certainly drop as we get into the afternoon and that precipitation leaves and the front clears. So that's going to be out of here. Again, breezy conditions on Friday. Friday will continue breezy straight into probably Friday evening, maybe parts of the overnight, and then I think the winds die down after that. We are mostly sunny on Saturday, much colder, temperatures in the 30 to 35 range across the region. So not too terribly bad. But we are getting back down to where we should be for this time of year, maybe even slightly below here on Saturday. And then Sunday, we're back to near average. Now, we will have a weak system that's going to be moving in from the west on Sunday night, may bring a few snow showers. This does not look like a big deal, folks, just maybe something that's going to dust your cars in the overnight period on Sunday night. Maybe coating to an inch type stuff in some places, but I think that's probably your upside. Really don't have too much potential with this as it looks right now. Just a quick in and out type thing goes into very early Monday morning, and then Monday looks like it's a mostly cloudy day just because of the system off to our south. But we have, the further north you go, you'll see a little bit more sun than you will further south on Monday. Now, what everybody's worried about is this system that's coming in next week and next Tuesday. It's still there. Again, if you watched yesterday's video, I went through a couple ranges of possibilities with this system, and we're really not going to have a good idea of what this is going to do. Because the big reason for that is we're looking out into the Pacific here. This is the 250 millibar level, so this is where your jet stream is. Okay, so you're seeing where the jets are. You have a southern jet right here, and the northern jet is way up here like this. This is a split flow jet, okay, and they come together in the eastern United States. Because of this split flow, the models will always have trouble trying to figure out downstream evolutions of systems with this split flow in place. It's a confusing thing for them. There's so many pieces of energy they're trying to identify what's going where and where things should be. So it's really just hang tight for a couple days until we can figure this out, because the models themselves are going back and forth within them. They're within a single model itself. It's going every 6 hours. It's showing something different. So if we don't like what it's seeing now, wait 6 hours, it'll be completely different. And we're seeing that. We're seeing a lot of upper air changes. Even if the general idea is that, one model looks like it's showing the same thing at the surface, the upper air pattern is completely different with different features on the map, and that's why they're having difficulty. So we're just going to wait and see, wait this out. Usually when you have a split flow like that, you have to wait till you're within generally 3 or 4 days before you can really start to narrow in on what kind of system you're dealing with. So this is all speculative still at this point. So saying that it's going to be what this is showing here is correct might be a mistake, okay? But this is what the latest GFS this evening has. This is looking at early Tuesday morning, and you see some snow starting to come in during the course of Tuesday morning, and then you do have some accumulating snow in our area because there is high pressure up here in northern New England or southeastern Quebec. So you have a cold air source, at least initially. Now, I was talking yesterday about how you have one cutting low that was going up here like this, and it was going to transfer to another low down here. GFS has abandoned that idea. As a matter of fact, it takes the primary now way over here by Chicago, actually west of Chicago, which is pretty crazy. It does develop a secondary, but it's way down here, not here. So it's a big difference in the output today. This is not going to help us if this is in fact the case, because you're going to turn into a warm air advection situation. Yes, you will start off as snow initially because you're going to have the cold air in place at the onset, but as that high retreats and the warm air advects, you change over to rain from southwest to northeast here on this particular model. Now, this is not the same output as other models are showing. There's some that are showing more snowy solutions. Like the GFS has the new FV3 everybody keeps talking about. I think it's a piece of junk. It's still not operational. It's still experimental, but because it's showing, generally a blizzard across much of the eastern part of the state here in New Jersey, Delaware, whatever, and people are latching on to it. It's not whatever model suits your agenda. That's not how this works. You can wish in one hand. I'm not going to say it. You guys should know the phrase. My dad used to say it all the time. Anyway, it's not about going with the model that you like, okay? And the European model did something different, was a little snowier than this. That's indicated here, had less of a rain changeover. Actually did have some rain changeover with that too, but it wasn't as pronounced, so you had a little bit more snow on the snow end. This does get you some accumulating snow on the GFS, okay? But it's just going to be a snow to rain deal, so you get a thump of snow on the front end, and then it goes over to rain, and then that system clears here on Wednesday. So again, that's just one model, one scenario. We have a lot of things to go through because of that split jet I showed you. There's really nothing that I can say or anybody else can say definitively that they know exactly what's going to happen with the system because they're full of it, okay? Until these models can rectify exactly what we're dealing with here, which might not come until maybe Friday, but Friday or Saturday is probably the time frame we're looking at to narrow this down and hone in on at least what kind of system we're dealing with. Then we can go from there. But right now, just showing you some possibilities. We do think there's going to be a storm next week. Devil's in the details exactly how that works out. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Marcus. That is your outlook for February 7th, 2019. Have a great Thursday.